Hello and welcome to a special Platinum Jubilee edition of Junk in the Trunk here on Furious Tea Break. Now, I apologise for the lack of content over the last few weeks on the second channel, Furious Tea Break. It's been a frantically busy few weeks. So we had the big meet up in Yorkshire at the Motorist. We had a couple of MOTs for cars, which has taken a lot of time, and just busy stuff at work really. Also, we've got lots of new merchandise happening as well, which is also taking a fair bit of time. These new baseball caps are ready for summer and will be in the store imminently. I've not taken photos or anything yet, but they are available and I'll stick them on the store today. And there's a bunch of new keyrings and badges as well, so all very exciting stuff. Anyway, that's not why you're here. You're here because let's see what the Rover is hiding in his boot today. What has been sent in by the wonderful people of Furious Land? Well, let's take a look and see. I believe I should say without further ado at this point. I'll start off with one that was handed to me in a letter, no less. This is probably some kind of writ from Nigel of 00 Garage. This was given to me up at the Motorist last weekend. We've actually got a few bits and bobs here in the garage, in the trunk. Oh, we've got a sticker here. We like stickers. Aha, 00 Garage on YouTube. So there you go. Nigel, these are... We'll find a home somewhere. I think those are wolf race slot mags, aren't they, on that logo? I'm sure their lawyers won't be calling. They're probably fine. Thank you for that. I'll find a home for them imminently. Now, this one intrigues me. This one is a big tube, a tubular postage parcel thing. We like tubular postage parcel things. Let's clear the decks here. Find my little knife, and hopefully we can open this without causing major grief to anyone. Oh, okay, this is something long and thin and floppily doppily. Try and not damage anything. There's always the risk when things are very well packaged, you tear through the packaging and you damage the item inside that it was meant to be protecting. Oh, okay, I think I know what this is. This looks like a Mini Cooper sill tread. I think I may have mentioned this in a previous video, that my red Mini Cooper, the pre-production car, is missing its driver's side sill tread. So is there a name on this to say thank you to? I see no ships. No, there is nothing to indicate where this has come from. So whoever sent this, thank you for your A, paying attention and noting that I needed one of these things, and B, thank you for sending it in. This is clearly a used item, been carefully removed from another car. That's brilliant. Well, that I'll pop over to the barn later on and find a home for that on the Mini Cooper. That is awesome. I'm super duper excited about that because I've been looking for one of them for quite a long time. That was an amazing find. Thank you, whoever you are. Or as they said in the old Superman cartoons, thank you, whoever you are. Well, good start. We've got some interesting stickers and we've got a rather nice bit of car. Now next we have another item which I've got a fairly good idea what this is going to be. I won't say a word until I've actually got into it. However, we do have a plan to try and cover the walls of the barn with number plates from all around the world. Aha! And this is a number plate from around the world. This one is very well taped together, thank you Keith. Isle of Man. So this is one of the principalities of the UK. So you'd be surprised, for such a small landmass, how many different areas have got their own number plates in Great Britain. So as well as England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and we've got the islands as well. Isle of Man, fantastic. With the three-legged hoo-ha dilly there. There is a letter. We shall read the letter. I shall try and put that somewhere so I'm not going to look it over and lose it. It says, "Hi, Matt encloses an Isle of Man license plate. This was originally allocated to a 1993 Peugeot 306 XRDT, a very cool car and one I would quite like to own now. It was imported to the island in October 1996 when I bought it from a local independent garage. Sorry, can't remember its original UK number plate, so we've had its number plate changed from a mainland plate to an Isle of Man plate." Oh, that's interesting. All Isle of Man license plates must have either MAN or MN included in the registration number. So we have DMN. As we're independent from the UK, they're issued by our own government, not the DVLA, and can be transferred to any vehicle, so a 2022 registered car could have a number originally issued 40 years previously. That's really good, because there's some 27 or 71 plate cars or 78, you know, modern ones. I'd love to stick on older cars, but you're not allowed to do it. Very confusing for UK residents trying to work at the age of a vehicle. Thanks from Keith. Keith, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That is an awesome addition to the collection. Fantastic. Right, let's see what else the Rover is hiding. Okay, we have an Amazon box. This is interesting because Amazon isn't always accepted by the sorting office for some reason, but in this case it was. Now there's no name, just as it's come from Amazon sorting place in Dunfermline in Fife. Aha, headlamps. Ah, someone said they'd sent some headlamps through. Who was that? Ah, I have to check my email, see if I can find the name of the person who said they'd sent this. They said it would be useful. See if I can get into one of these things. Oh my gosh, Amazon, you're packaging things too well. You cannot have too many headlamps. That's an absolute given in this world. Torches and headlights are always the most useful things you can imagine. Oh, it's USB chargeable as well. Fantastic. I love USB chargeable stuff. It's so much easier. Yes, they're on. On and on. Oh, wow, that's bright. Blimey. Oh, it's got a double torch. Haha. So we've got a headlight on across the front, and we've got a spotlight on it as well. Aha, there we go. So you have spotlight or wide beam. Oh, that's so cool. Awesomely useful. I don't know whether to keep that. Oh, that's a flexi LED strip. That's really, really good. And there's two of them as well. Oh man, so useful. Thank you. Oh, I'll have to run back to my emails and try and figure out the name of the person who organised this, because thank you, that is brilliant. I don't know whether to keep this in the car as like a permanent emergency breakdown edition or have them around the garage or what. They're awesome. Really useful. Thank you. I'll have this on. I was going to say it's having it as a studio light, but it's actually too bright to do that. Damn, that's actually dazzling. I was going to say I was going to have that as a light to illuminate me here on the set. The set. But that's actually far too bright, which shows how useful it is. Right, let's see what else we've got lurking in the back of the car. Now this one has come all the way from Wayne Bremner in East Kilbride. So another thing, so the last one was from Scotland, that was from Fife, and this is from East Kilbride, so we've got multiple Scottish things arriving here today. Let's see what this one looks within. Okay, this says on the front, Emmy Bell, and the message on the back, hi Matt, I found this during a clear out and thought it would be at home in the Matt Cave. I hope it finds you well, Wayne Bremner. Well, let's see what it is, Wayne. Oh my word, Wayne, you are absolutely right. The box was a red herring. It was nothing to do with it. The box contains a Rover SD1 police car, which is strapped down remarkably well. It is a matchbox. Trying to read the light on the back of it. I need that torch. Aha. Kind of dim in here. I believe this is, I've left my glasses in the house, I can't read this. 1980 Rover Police Car. How cool is that? I will show this to the camera. Its own little spotlight as well. How cool. Fantastic. Got the blue lights on top, the wigwags, got the siren. Proper SD1. Real police car. Maybe I'll hold that up to the camera and the camera can read that. I suspect this is massively out of focus. Really cool. Thank you, Wayne. I actually have another SD1, a different version of the SD1 police car model from, I think, Matchbox, probably a later or earlier one, already over in the barn, so those can sit side by side and there'll be a bit of a police force going on there. Wicked. That's so cool. The blue tinted glass as well. Very cool indeed. And the torch is proving itself useful already. Right, now this I actually knew was on its way from a long time ago, because Wayne in Canada posted this over to me and told me he's going to post it back in February, which is what, March, April, May, end of June. Three and a half months of waiting. So I know what's in this box, unusually for a junk in the trunk. because generally these things are a surprise, but this one I knew was coming. And hopefully you'll be as excited as I am when you see it. I'll be honest, we started to think this has got lost in the post. Now this is not daily facial towels as it may suggest on the box. I'm hoping it's something a little more exciting. Ooh, we have packaging. We have much packaging. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm through the packaging. And I'm into dome lights. Whoops. Yes, dome lights for a Crown Victoria. Now, these are the police interior dome lights that sit above the cop's head. Now, in my car, I've only got a one-click off-on button because all it is just a ticket light. What, though, you could spec as an option from the factory, though, was to have a two-click light, which means one way, it's a white light for writing tickets. The other one, it's a red light, so you can look in at stuff in the dark without affecting your night vision. My car I've got the Marty report for my car, and it was spec'd from the factory with the one-click ticket light. Because it was a detective car, it wasn't planned for that kind of use. However, these are the two-clickers, and that's even got a little red sticker on it to indicate red light. Red light means danger, apparently. And these are made by a company called Sound Off Signal. So if you can see that. And this is very appropriate because I don't know if you know this or not, but all Ford Crown Victorias were actually built in Ontario, in Canada. So these accessories have come from Canada, which is also the home of the car. Yeah, that is extremely cool. I've been wondering about getting one of those for a little while. Need to get this out, get the old one out from headlining, and can I take this apart? No, you didn't leave that apart, didn't you? Oh dear. Ah, there you go, you can see inside. So we've got two different lights inside this one. So we've got the incandescent, I'm assuming white bulb, and then this outer ring, which I'm going to guess is the red LED for the night vision. I did wonder, I assumed it was two ordinary bulbs in there, not an LED and a regular. Oh, that's very interesting. I'm looking forward to getting that inside the car. Right, let's see what else is lurking in there. Now, this looks to me like it might be a book. Now, unlike other kids who got disappointed by books at Christmas, I was always excited by books at Christmas. I like books. Actually, oh, the envelope even says World of Books, so that's more of a clue just there. Hardback book. Ooh! A book called Gull by Glenn Patterson, one of the best contemporary Irish novelists. Oh, it's a novel! A great American hustler brought to vivid life in the most unlikely setting imaginable, Belfast during the Troubles. Randall is a journalist, a disoriented Vietnam vet who's drawn into the charismatic engineer John DeLorean, already celebrated as the man who turned around General Motors. Now DeLorean has a dream of building a beautiful sports car with gull-wing doors. Sounds quite fun. What year is this from? It says first published here in the UK in 2016. I've never heard of this book, so that's really quite fun. Now there's a letter here with an address which I will endeavour not to show. Hi Matt, I really appreciate and I'm very grateful for every item that you produced. Thank you very much indeed. I can honestly say alongside Hub Night, Joseph Lloyd and TFL Truck, not a channel I'm aware of, that your channel has been very entertaining and vital, comforting support for me and no doubt thousands more over the last 2 years. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Well, it's been good fun doing it as well. I hope you enjoy the Gull, which I think I will do. It looks quite good actually, as much as I did. I remember travelling through Belfast when I was at grammar school. My dad would point out the transporters carrying the DeLorean TMC-12s to the docks in 6s or 5s at a time. Not that anybody with eyes could have missed half a dozen spaceships sailing along amid Mark II Transits, Cortinas, Mark III Escorts, Chrysler Alpines, Vauxhall Chevettes, and occasional Mercedes W123. A W123 Mercedes cost about the same as a semi-detached house in the early 80s. I must see if I can get you a register plate from the Republic. Yeah, if you can, that'd be great. P.S. I couldn't send my original copy because I dropped it in the bath. It never recovered. No, I can imagine it didn't. Oh, thanks, Sean. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I look forward to reading that. Now, I've only got 2 more things. Now, the first one is rather nice, actually. Now, let's see what we've got lurking in here. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, this is quite a interesting haul. This may take a minute or two to go through. So, first of all, haha, Land Rover parts and service metal plate. Someone sent an Alfa Romeo one through the other day, so I'll have to put these together, start making a little wall somewhere else in the barn for putting these things up. They're quite cool, aren't they? Oh, check this out. Rover 3500 metal plate. That is lovely. V8. Series 1 just there in, not Lunar Grey, is it? I'm not sure what the colour is actually. I was going to say Lunar Grey, but it might be a bit too bright for that. Let's find a home for that up there. I need a better place to do this because there's not enough space to put things as I unpack them. This one says for the Mini, so I'm going to unpack this very carefully. Ooh, hello, what's that say? R50. Oh, look, R50 logos. That's quite cool. Well, I don't know if I can actually put them on the Mini because I'm trying to keep it as factory original as possible, so even down to stickers, but that's really quite cool. I'll have to ask, well, I'll read the letter in a second and see where that came from. And we have this quite amazing bag of fabric patches. This is like a massive sort of 1980s things. I'll start with this one just on the back because I remember my dad having this on his coat back in the early 1980s. Back when the Lombard RAC was, the Lombard RAC, going through Kielder Forest and all the rest of them. That is so cool. What else have we got? Castrol Motorsport. Opel, oh fantastic. 2 Opels in fact there, got a second Opel just there. Because back in the late 70s up until about 1980-ish, Opel sold identical cars to Vauxhall in the same dealerships. It was a very confusing time. Champion, like the spark plugs, that's really cool. Ford Motorsport. This is a good one. STP. STP was like the biggest, the best, coolest sticker you stick on your car at one point back in the 60s and 70s. And this is multiples of Vauxhall, Opel, GM, Dealer Sport, and just Dealer Sport. That's really cool. I've never owned a Vauxhall. I need to buy a Vauxhall at some point. Goodyear, obviously the tyres. DOT, Dealer Opel Team. So there's got a big Opel connection going on here. Another Ford one as well though. That's really cool. RS Sport, some more Ford, and Ford Motorsport. What on earth am I going to do with these? Oh, cars and car conversions. This is one of the coolest magazines, like the sports and modifying car magazine throughout like the 70s, 80s, 90s. It was massive. It's completely gone now, which is really sad. They were such a cool magazine. Shell logo, very cool. Another Lombard, this one's an unused Lombard RAC. That's very cool. Quip Accessories, Race Rallying Custom Centre. Must be like a small place somewhere. I don't know that one. And finally, just 2 more. Another Opel one. And another Champion one. That is so cool. Where has this all come from? Right, junk in the trunk. Hi Matt, please find enclosed some bits and pieces which I'd like you to have for the shed, barn or whatever. Love the two vlogs. Great content on both and love to watch your trials and tribulations with the vagaries and successes of your eclectic fleet. I've owned a few classics in the past, and Dad had a few too, all daily drivers and long gone now. I won't give all the number plates because it'll take a long time. Ford Console Mark II, a Hillman Minx, Hillman Hunter. This is great to have the family name on the boot lid. Who's this from? Darren, I guess it's Darren Hunter, I guess. A Cortina 2.3 gear, Cortina 2-litre GLS, Granada 2.3 GL, Vauxhall Cavalier 1.3L, Granada 2.3 gear, Granada 2.9i gear, and another one a couple of years later, and a 2.9 24-valve Scorpio Cosworth. Oh, that is a monster. Bit of a Granada trend going on there, as you say in the letter there. More in the back. We've got a Fiesta 1.2, Cougar Mark II 2.5 V6 from 2000, the original proper Cougar, a RAV4 2-litre from 2004, RAV4 2.2, BMW Mini 1D, and a Suzuki Swift Hybrid. Wow, that's quite a range of cars. I've enjoyed owning and driving all of the above, but space prevents me from owning a modern classic. Maybe one day. Well, that's what everyone dreams, isn't it? The old motorsport badges have been in my collection since the early 80s. I thought they were early 80s stuff, but you're most welcome to have them. They will look good mounted and framed. Yeah, I was just wondering what to do with them. Yeah, mounted and framed might be the best way to go with those. R50 stickers are for the Mini, which is the main car of interest for me, but I love them all now. Your passion and enthusiasm shines through in all your vlogs. Thank you very much indeed. Quite fancy owning a Tomcat. They look great, and I like coupes as well. It's a really good one to buy because basically it's a Honda underneath, so it's really reliable and they drive brilliantly. That's regards from Darren. Oh, thank you very much indeed, Darren. I really do appreciate all that stuff. I will have to figure out how I can mount these up together on some kind of board or something. But yeah, this does take me back because my dad was big into rallying back in the early 80s. And yeah, I went to the RAC rally and all that kind of thing back then. So yeah, this is very much my childhood right there. Brilliant, thank you so much. Some great cars as well. Right, last parcel. Now this has come from Matt in Warrington. Right, let's get into this one without damaging anything, I hope. Right, so that took a bit of a battle with the tape just there, and this is, oh, okay. Aha, Porsche Cars book. No, police cars, not Porsche cars, even better. I've been looking for a police cars book. I think I've been looking at this one on Amazon. It's on my wish list, I think, probably. Police Cars by Ian Kerr. And let's have a read of this one. Hi, Matt. Spotted this at an antiques place last weekend and thought you'd like it. You might want to start on page 38 from Matt at the Matt Gizzard 205. Thank you very much indeed. Let's have a look on page 38. I wonder what we may find there. Oh, actually, page 146 I've opened by accident, and we've got a Caprice. So yeah, found page 38. We've got the first iterations of the Crown Vic. The brick, the aero. I think this book might be a little too old for the whale, which is what I've got. Kind of page. Got another aero. You see the late aeros have got the same hubcaps as my car, which carried on until the early noughties, about 2001, 2002 is when they stopped using those hubcaps, as far as I'm aware from the catalogues and brochures that I've found. It's interesting because the American market has basically got its own, well, basically fleet of police specials, which we don't really quite get over here. More police aeros here. This is the clean lines of the Crown Vic remain the same, but the differences in markings and the use of light bar change the overall appearance of these two examples. Yeah, loads of aero Vics, which is very, very similar in the centre of the car to mine. So what year is this book published? This is 1998, so this is the last year of the Aero Vic. The following year, the Whale came onto the market, which is why it still had those hubcaps the following year. Oh, thank you, Matt, that is brilliant. I'll have a good read of that later on. Excellent reference material as well. So, well, thank you everybody who sent the stuff in, from the stickers to the books to the bits of car and the background material and the number plates, everything else. More cars, in fact. It's fantastic stuff, and torches. It's really, really cool stuff. Thank you everybody for being a part of it this week. I've got to go make myself a big pot of coffee and tea and get some cakes because I've got some reading to do, and I'm going to work out where on earth I'm going to stick all of these things because they're so cool. I'm very excited actually. I'm going to go and invest in a stepladder for the barn so I can go and actually put the number plates towards the top of the thing. Well, thank you for being part of it. Thank you for watching, and well, I'll see you again next time. And I'm actually going to make some more content for this channel very soon indeed. Well, fingers crossed I will. Please stay tuned and see you back on the main channel with a car review tomorrow. Or soon, depending when you're watching this, of course. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.